Hello, people. How's it going? Tori's here with sprints. Yes, sprints. We have a lot to do, both of us, and we figured you guys might have a lot to do. Yay for motivation. Hello.
Happy to help with that motivation because
yes, we all need it. This month has been weird. Been very weird. I didn't even change over my calendar from May to June at all.
Yeah, I luckily have both my calendars on the right month, but that's just because of the bajillion meetings and due dates and
makes sense.
Yeah.
What is everyone reading today? In the chat, I am doing a wheel because I'm in the middle. I became Brittany this month, it seems. I have too many books that I'm in the middle of and books I would like to return from the library. So we're going to do a spinner wheel to pick my read, and we'll go through that when we do that. What about you?
You can't tell by this one, but I am reading Red, White, and Royal Blue. The hardcover for Book of the Month does not look like it should be that book at all.
Right.
But I'm about 50 pages in. It's a reread, but I just needed something that wasn't super heavy. And then I'll also be working on homework for my emergent literacy class, and probably will avoid that for most of sprints and just read, but
avoid the homework.
Usually.
That's relatable. Mine is probably still on May. Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I was really good last year of making sure I turned it, but June I was like, eh.
Yeah.
Hello, Michelle.
I think my kitchen calendar might be on the wrong month. That's because I forget that one exists until I'm cooking, and then I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, mine is right here.
Yeah.
I see it. I'm like, oh, I should turn that. Oh, well.
Yeah, I have two here. One is for content planning, and then the other is my life.
So. Yeah. I think I have learned I cannot read a lot in June because of family business. That makes sense. Yeah, I know you had a really busy month, Tamara.
Mm-hmm.
A lot going on. I mean, this last 2 weeks was busy for me as well, and so I can't imagine how busy it was for you with kids.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to Rose in Chains while playing Animal Crossing for a bit. Nice. What are your thoughts on Rose in Chains? Was it you that I spoke to or Jasmine about it? I think it was Jasmine. But what are your thoughts so far? Maria! Hoping to read today. Depends how much. Yes. Dogs can be rascals.
Yeah.
One of the options I am reading is a buddy read with Maria and Chris, and that is This Monster of Mine. I read the prologue yesterday and then tried to read more, and then I was like, I don't know what, but it was 12:30 at night. And I was like, I don't know what is going on. So I'm going to just restart chapter 1.
That's me in most books.
Yeah.
Why are you yelling at me?
Going to try to read all the manga I have. Oh, by the way, Tamara, speaking of manga, I have 2 of your manga in my backpack from the library. So if you want to come and get them, or I'll give them to you tomorrow. These 2 I have for you.
Adding to your collection.
Yes. Which that means I actually need to borrow Dinosaur Sanctuary 6 from you because you have it from the library. And that's the only copy in our system. So
just the communal library swap within the library.
Right. Yeah, well, I'm part of the Monarch system, and we have 32 libraries part of our system, which is really, really nice because then we have like 3 million items available for a big group of people, which is really nice. But manga people, other libraries really don't buy a lot of manga.
Yeah. I
buy for the teen section, and I love manga, so I'm the one who's buying the manga for the entire Monarch system.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, that's why I know we have Dinosaur Sanctuary 6, and that's the only one because I'm the one who bought it and cataloged it.
Right? You know it's there. You're the one who put it there.
Exactly. Oh, there's so much manga that I'm like, people, can you please buy more copies because we're the only ones that have it, and there's just so many holds on them. Like, please.
You would think if people saw there were like a bunch of holds, they'd be like, "Oh, we should probably get more."
You would think, but one is like budget. Some libraries are super small. I mean, the biggest library in our system, like the two biggest ones, West Bend is getting better. Sheboygan Library, they're a different beast. Anyway, but like I think librarians forget that there's amounts of holds that are good for certain types of books that are like, it's a lot. So like, for example, adult fiction, if it's got like 100 holds, that's like, oh my goodness, that's a lot, like that's a lot. We should buy more copies. Okay. For YA, if there's 20 holds on a copy, that's a lot for YA. Like that's usually doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Unless it's like Sunrise on the Reaping has like 200 holds, I think right now, but like that's Suzanne Collins. That's like,
yeah, that's a whole other.
Yeah. Everyone's prepared for that. For manga, for our system, at least, if it's got 5 to 10 holds, that's a lot for manga in our system. So they should request more. But like if you're comparing like 10 holds to like 100 plus holds, like you're like, oh, not many people want this, so it can just wait. And it's like, no, actually. Yeah. Only just started, no thoughts yet. Okay. That book I did get an arc of, and I did try to finish it, but I DNF'd it because of lots of reasons, but one, it reminded me of another book that I read, and I think I might try it again because I had just read this other book. So, yeah. I am, by the way, if I cough, I have something in my throat. I am not dying. I have really hearty coughs. Always have. Clementine made it.
Hello.
Yes, Tamra, more manga. You need more manga.
I feel like you can never have too much, said the person who's never read it but plans to.
Right? This is my stack of manga. Hold on.
Oh, just a few.
Right? I have 5 omnibuses, which are like 600 pages of Full Metal Alchemist. I have can I count? Can I do math? 9 volumes of One Piece. And then this one I'm most excited about because I love this so much. I have the final deluxe copy of Trigun.
Nice.
Oh, I love Trigun so much. But anyways, so that's my manga stack that I could realistically finish today.
Good.
So, but I'm gonna put this right here. You have a lot more manga than me. It's so true. Hey Jane, hi. You're gonna read manga? Oh, nice. What manga are you going to read?
I was about to say, and what's the buddy read?
Yes, what's the I know you did you DNF Lies of Locke Lamora? I feel like I should know what your buddy reading. But I don't remember. What manga are you reading? And Tamara, what manga are you starting with? And Sherry's here. No one came to the library. Yay! Yay! So many
a mix of yay and
yay.
Yeah.
If they do come, just like we need the self-sufficient people who go browse and then check out.
Yeah.
They do it in increments of 30 minutes between, So many friends. Hellos to everyone. Hellos to Clementine. You have the arc as well. Not actually. Oh, nice. I read Forget Me Not by her as a buddy read with Sherry and Tamara, and I feel like somebody else. Brains are bad sometimes. And I really liked it. It was a 4.5, so I was really excited for this one. But again, I think sometimes timing is just a thing.
Yeah.
My stack is, yep, it is. And actually, that reminds me, I never did return that stack of books. Good thing we're fine free. Yes, you do. The thing is, it's really short for a manga. Like the deluxe editions, like here, hold on. Let me wait. Can I find a non-spoilery page for you all?
Here's hoping.
It's the last book. I don't know if I can. Here, I'll just find like a. There we go. This is a non-spoiler page. This is so like it's big and like it's gonna be like really big for the thing. So it's like a fast read.
Yeah.
This is like $700. No, it's not.
Could you imagine?
It's $49.99, but like still. So it's like it's a fast read, and this is the last one, and this is only volume 5. But like you have to read Trigun, which is 1 volume, and then you have to read all of Trigun Maximum. Cherry, we can always talk about this later. This is okay. This is information about Natalia lore. So my very first anime was Pokemon, because I remember when it first came to the United States and fell in love with Brock, because why not? Brock was the one, the womanizer. No, just kidding. Anyway, then I watched Dragon Ball Z, which was good. Vegeta was my favorite, the bad boy. But then my older brother Ryan, his friend loaned him a VHS. I am all the way back of a recording of this show, the anime. And the anime and the manga are similar but different, to where it doesn't bother me. And I loved watching that over and over again.
Yeah.
Vash the Stampede is one of my favorite protagonists of all time. So it's a big love. But yes, you need to read it, because I need you to read it with me. And hopefully like it at least.
My big achievement as an adult is I have now watched every episode of the Pokemon anime. Except for like the brand new series that came out.
Oh my goodness, I haven't done that. I haven't watched Pokemon since Johto.
Yeah, no, that was something I randomly decided. I'm like, I just want to be able to say I did this, and
20 years of content.
Yep. And it took about 6.
That's not bad, actually.
Yeah. That was when I was in my binging era. I am not there anymore.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I had to like sacrifice sleep to catch up for Squid Games to watch it yesterday.
Yeah. You guys have seen me trying to catch up on Lost. It's we'll get there.
You'll get there. Hi. And I was really lucky that I caught up on Lost, because they were taking a break anyway. So I was like, okay, I have a month to basically binge this. So that was helpful for me. You're in the car on the way to a friend's early Canada Day. Happy Canada Day.
I like the emphasis on not driving, so that, appreciate the safety notice.
Yes. You're ignoring them. Sometimes you just have to ignore the people.
That was me at work on Thursday. We had no kids, and I just lived in my office. I'm like, don't bother me. I don't need to be on today.
Yeah. Okay, you did DNF. Yes, that's a book that I keep on thinking I want to read, but then when I think about it, I really don't want to read it. So I'm actually glad that Clementine and Maria DNF'd that. So I'm like, okay, then I don't really think I'll like it at all.
Yeah, that's the motivation you need to not.
Yes, have fun, Brittany. Yes, read manga. Always. Hi, Bo. How are you, Bo? Are you being good? Listening to your mom? Because you should. So what?
I said notes from Aunt Nat.
Yes, notes from Aunt Nat. He won't listen though. No, I'm just kidding. Sounds right, Jerry. Yes. Just started close your eyes and count to 10. Ooh. Hollow Dead, what did you think of it? What do you think of Hollow Dead, Jane? Oh, yes, Trigun. Okay, that's what you meant. Read manga, read Trigun. Yes. See, Tamara even says to read Trigun.
Wait, so which number is Hollow Dead? I haven't even read any of those. But
Hollow Dead, I think it's 4.
okay.
I want to say 4. Yes, it's 4. Go
Okay.
me.
So Jane, you're almost done.
Mm-hmm. It's a fast read. Freyrin. Oh, Freyrin. I need to read that. I keep on thinking I need to do that or watch the show. And then reading Inheritance by Paolini. Awesome. I need to reread the Aragon series sometime, even though I did not like the last book. I won't go into that rant because it's all spoiler related. But I think because I'm also a different reader, and now that I know what to expect, I might appreciate it more.
Yeah.
So, Heist to Clementine. Ooh, Chainsaw Man. Nice. What do you think about that? I've never read it, but I know everything that happens in it because I watched synopsis basically. Another Vegeta.
I mean, it's you and Sherry. I'm not shocked that you have.
I mean, Vegeta was way more interesting than Goku, let's be honest. And he marries Bulma. Bulma's so cool. Yay, August. Good. It's oh no. Well, you can't get me. I'm in my room and you're not here. Okay, no one really needs to read Liza Lockmora in my maybe flat opinion.
That's when I keep seeing pop up on Goodreads. I'm like, I haven't heard great things. We're just going to keep scrolling.
Well, there's some people, it's like their favorite book of all time. Like Murphy from Murphy Napier. Like, that's like been her favorite series for years.
Yeah.
And like sometimes we align. So that's what makes me, I think that's what makes me think I might like it because she likes it. But she also likes things that I don't like. So like, I don't know. I'm like, that's why I think I keep going back and forth. So yeah, if I ever read it, it will be like maybe when everything in my house is read.
Yeah, it'll be like your last resort.
Mm-hmm. Yay, I'm glad you liked it. I liked it too. It's a good series. It's a fun series. Volume 1 of Freyrin was a 3-star. Okay. Well, I hope you like it. Because I think it won Anime of the Year. The anime did.
That's pretty cool.
In this last voting process. Nope, that's not. But yeah, awesome. I'm gonna look while I go through more comments. I don't disagree with Clementine. Chainsaw Man is interesting. Yeah. The one thing, this is very early on and not a spoiler. The first thing about Chainsaw Man is, oh, it's solo leveling that one. Boo. That shouldn't have won. Anyway, this again very early on, but like all this guy, the main character wants to do is touch a woman's breasts, but he's also like a teenager who has no supportive family or anything. He's kind of by himself with this little demon dog, who is the cutest demon dog ever.
And also chainsaws?
Well, the demon dog has a chainsaw for a nose.
Oh, okay, there it is. I'm like, wait, I'm missing a connection here.
No, I don't know. Oh, no?
She's correcting her typo. Because she said an other's bow, but she meant an other's no.
Oh, nice. Okay, gotcha.
You just know her so well, you didn't even read it as a typo.
I do. Then you're old. You should go to bed. Get some rest.
Right?
Love you, Bo. Murphy has an entire season. Murphy was the entire reason I wanted to read it. Yeah, right? So
I hate when like someone that you really like, you like their content and you usually agree. You're like, I want to like this. And then you read it and you're like, oh, wow. No.
Right. Right. And And maybe it gets better later on, but I think a lot of us here are at the point where it's like there's so little time to just force yourself to read a book that might get better.
Yes, agreed, 100%.
Ooh, Murtag. You did really. I will DM you my spoiler. It was basically, I just felt like the way that it was all. Well, this isn't a spoiler because it's talked about in the first book. How they defeated the main bad guy was dumb. That's the very basic reason.
That in and of itself enough. Done.
Yeah, that's basic.
I get it.
But I also understand what Christopher was going for. So it just wasn't for me. I thought, okay, you bought Triple L because of Murphy. Okay, yeah. I think for Murphy, we might have some more similar tastes for sci-fi, and like classics, because we like the same classics. He wants me to tell you that, I'm 1,000. Okay, well, you don't have to tell me twice to go to bed.
Right? Sign me up. I'm going to leap right over.
Right? All right. We got to the end of comments. And we are going to start our first sprint. But first, we got to pick the book I'm going to pick.
I was about to say, are we spinning live?
Yes, we are spinning live. Okay. Share screen.
Thanks, Sherry.
One more comment to read. Hello, Sherry. All right. So this is the wheel of it's basically I'm doing Russian roulette. So these are the books that are on the list. So I have two books that are on ebook, but one of them I can do audio as well. So on here we have Broken by Daylight and Fool's Errand. Then we have the buddy read, Monster of Mine. Then we have a tandem read, thanks to Sherry, Raven Scholar, which I think if I did, I might start this one over from the beginning because I think I need to. Then it's thanks to Court, Behooved, which I have the audio and the physical for.
Oh wait, that one's really pretty in person. I didn't realize that's great. I just when I ordered it.
It's so pretty. And it seems like a me book for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I also I have this bookmark with it because he turns into a horse and it's shifting. And then I have a reread of Akamath, which I hated this series when I listened to it on audio, but then I reread book 1 physically and I liked it a lot more. So I'm like, well, maybe I'm rereading the series to see if I like it better, which I probably will.
That is one of the only romantasy series that I had read before I met you all.
I mean, it's a very popular one.
Yeah.
And it's like rereading book 1, like it's a good one. I can see why people like it. And then we're doing our live show next week for the High King's Tomb. Rachel and I should read this or reread it. And then I showed you my stack of manga, which is the Russian Bullet, because again, I do not need to be reading my manga. And I could just keep them from the library. And but I really should get through these other books first. Yes, Sherry, you were always the greatest. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. I just explained why we are spinning. Oh, yeah.
That's what she said in the beginning.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. I really want an audiobook because I need to put away laundry. I need to put away laundry. So let's see. No, of course. Of course. I don't get what I want. Where's the one I need to read next? Okay, well. I'm
Okay, I
reading.
have
Go
my
ahead.
wheel
Sorry.
that's set for July, so I will not be doing any spin.
Yeah. If something comes up twice, I do think I get a reread. I will be reading the full first 13, 14, and 15 of Full Metal Alchemist.
Maria.
Yeah.
Maria says it actually says this monster of mine. So
I wish. I wish.
there were M's in there. I'm just saying.
Tamara's all happy. Sherry's laughing at my pain. But yes. Okay. Maybe if I read this quickly, I can do fold laundry.
Yeah.
Because are you all okay with 1 hour sprints?
I'm fine with that, personally.
Okay. Because I do like a good 1 hour sprint. Courtney gets it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Court. I don't know why I called you Courtney.
Because it's actually my name.
Like my name's actually Natalia, but nobody calls me that online.
Well, it's funny, like
except for Sherry.
Everyone, like I don't go by Court, like in my real world, so everyone does my full name. Then if someone shortens it, I'm like, that's weird. But here it's the opposite. Like there's one person who calls me Courtney, and I'm like, wait, Coco's Book Nook isn't here. Who are you talking to? So
that's funny.
That's where I'm at.
Okay, perfect, Jane. And too bad, Tamara, you're getting an hour.
You can wait.
Twiddle your thumbs for a minute. All right, I'll see you guys in an hour. Hello.
Hello.
Um, how'd your sprint go?
I read 88 pages, which feels like more than I actually read. I think I read some last night. It might have been closer to 50, but I'm about a quarter of the way through. So I'm taking
Okay.
it as a win. And I read half of the article I was supposed to for school,
Okay.
and then got distracted by the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do Discord because there was a spreadsheet issue and I got excited to find a solution.
Oh, spreadsheets are so much fun.
Yes. So someone was having a formula issue that it was like the person described it as it's like Ouroborosing itself.
Okay.
So I was trying to help figure that out. But avoiding
Awesome.
homework. So
I feel like being mean, not mean, but like going with the rebel in you and being like, good, ignore homework.
yeah, and usually that is what I do, but the class closes Monday, so I should probably.
You probably should. Maybe next sprint you should do
Yeah, I plan on doing half reading, half homework because otherwise I'm gonna burn out, and I don't want to do that today.
Mm-hmm.
But how was your manga?
There was a lot of talking in this last volume that was in this omnibus. I have 2 pages to read. So it was good. It's kind of feels like a reread because I've seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
So like I know what happens, but I've just never read it, and I felt like now's the time to do it.
Yeah.
So it's good. I will be spinning to see if I read more manga or something else. Again, audiobook. Need to do that. We have a Deb. Hello, Deb. I hope you are here for the chatty bits. Hi, so Deb. Tamara during that sprint finished volume 7.
I laughed so hard at the sequence of comments.
Oh, and then this. I just I was like, it's like, nope. Tamara, why did you DNF Blackbird? Windweaver. Woohoo!
I need to read that one at some point.
Sounds like you're liking it on the Discord, Sherry. Is that still the case, Sherry? Yeah, you should read it. It's really good. It's really, really good. I know there's like so many books, so little time.
Mm-hmm.
I still need to read Done and Dusted.
It's so good.
It's on my July TBR.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I read Lost and Lassoed and Swift and Saddled this month, and if I can get caught up on legs for Amazing Readathon, I'm gonna read Wild and Wrangled for 500 sightseeing points because Cassidy mentioned it in a vlog.
Yeah, that is true.
A lot of points for a 300-page book that's not LGBT.
Yes. Yes. I'm glad you liked Freyrin Volume 2 much more, which is good. I think Volume 1 is a lot of is very slow. So yeah, I'm glad you're liking Volume 2 better. Close your eyes and count to 10. Worked on a new Google Keep labels. Ooh, nice. Yay! Start Windweaver, Tamara. Join Sherry in the chat. Play with the puppers. Nice.
That's what I would do too if I had a pup. So
yeah. Yes, no burnout.
Yeah, no burnout. I'm avoiding it like the plague. I am surprised that I didn't burn out this month because I was looking at my. Hold on, let me just. So this is my school calendar.
Mm-hmm.
All the pink is one class and the light blue is another. So I had stuff due literally 4 days a week with like 3 in a row. So that's why I've been in the state that I'm in.
That makes sense.
Makes
sense. I'm surprised I've read as much as I have this month. Like my my little thing that I create but never share with anyone. Each page is 16 books per page, and I've done 3 full ones and almost half of a fourth page. So yeah, 3 full pages. So like I've read a lot, which I'm very shocked about. I didn't expect to because I felt burnout this month.
Yeah. Yeah, I've read, where's my spreadsheet? That's in the too many windows. Yeah, so for June I've read 11 books so far.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
3,500 pages.
Awesome.
So,
that's a lot.
yeah. I don't know how.
Some days you're like, how do I do these? Like, what was that? What time did I find in the day?
Well, it's like last year I read 17 books the whole year. And that was my month of March. Like, I don't know what happened this year, but I was like, no, we're reading now.
Well, I mean, you said this was the first year you've been like a part of readathons and part of the more like being part of the book community, which I think that helps a lot.
Yeah, and then we'll even like, because I really joined in like March. Like I joined at Realmathon, but even my January, February, like I was up to 10 books by the end of February, which was pretty cool for me. But
you've been bitten by the bug.
I've been bitten by the bug, and now I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. You guys are stuck with me. Sorry.
Ashley read 13% of Rose and Chains, or is at 13%. Story seemed fine. Oh, yeah, that is bothersome to be just like dropped in the story. Like that's good to know. Yeah, I think Done and Dusted, if I give it 3 stars, I'll still try the rest of the series because I hear the rest of the series is better.
Yes.
I do have an arc of her new book that's coming out, and part of me kind of wants to read that first and then go back to Done and Dusted.
Yeah, the third has been my favorite so far, but I've liked each one more than the last.
That's good. So. Yay for going pretty good. Yay for finishing it tomorrow, Lounging by the Lake. That sounds like a wonderful thing.
Yay for Lounging by the Lake, because...
Yeah, Maria agrees. Jealous of the Lounging by the Lake.
Yeah, I have a backyard and I can make a puddle with a hose.
Yeah.
That's my water.
I mean, the lake isn't too far from me, but like, it's fine. Yeah. This sounds weird, like, but it's one of the Great Lakes, and it's not as special as going to, and it's more busier than going to like a lake, you know?
I live by Lake Ontario, so I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Lake Michigan.
Yep.
I'm real close to that. Oh, yep. Maria's like, oof.
Me too.
Volume 1 is definitely set up. Pretty sad and nostalgic. Okay, good to know. Yes, Court is very organized. Very impressive.
My work calendar is, because I only have 7 students, it's color coded by kid. So if I have a meeting for like one kid is pink. So if I have a meeting for him, it's marked pink, and then I have the whole rainbow. Because otherwise I'd be like, wait, which kid is this?
Yeah, you got to keep organized when you have a lot of things going on. Yeah. Jane will be you soon.
Yeah.
Good luck, Jane.
I'm here for moral support. I've been doing it for almost a year now, and I have 2 semesters left after this one. I will say the fall and spring were not nearly as bad as summer, because like the course I'm doing in June, it's a 15-week course crammed into 5. So it's like, it's just insane. And it's apparently the most writing intensive course in the program, which was not a choice that I meant to make. So yeah.
Yeah, I keep thinking, there was a time that I thought, I should go back to school and get my whatever library science degree, because I have a master's. It's just in creative writing. It has nothing to do with library. But then I think, more homework. Yeah. And then I too quickly just like, nah. Ooh, yes. Lake stuff. That is exciting. It will be fun. I did not see your watermelon picture. I did watch a video.
I did see the watermelon picture.
I'll have to look. I did see a video. Tamara sent me a video, which probably was the reason why it was 2 pages from ending, of Bo using his corn dog kind of like a microphone, but also having it in his mouth. It was really cute. Court is killing it. Yes.
Trying.
And we are happy to be stuck with each other because we're all pretty awesome.
I would agree.
We are all
I'm having a blast.
Sherry, where is this watermelon picture?
It's in Lexi's Discord under general.
Okay.
And Tamara, I was slumping for like a week, and I hated it. So I hope the bug bites you soon, because everyone needs. Sometimes you need a break, but like it's really great when the bug hits.
Okay, I love watermelon. I love this watermelon picture because the watermelons buckle up, but you see the Nintendo Switch next to it with the cracked screen, and that makes me laugh even more. It's like, this precious watermelon, la la la, crack. Yeah. It might be just a screen protector, but it's just still funny to me. Yes, Tamara will get that again. Tamara will get it again for sure. I think July.
Yeah, like so far, I'm assuming this is about Rebel Blue Ranch because Goldfish Brain has already lost the last 3 conversations. But if we are talking about Rebel Blue Ranch, Lost and Lassoed was so good, I didn't want to put it down, even though I probably should have been reading something else. It was amazing. I think it was my favorite because you had gotten to know the characters throughout the first 2. So it wasn't like a lot of romance series are interconnected standalones. This one was that, but you still knew everyone already. So,
which is really nice.
Yes.
And I like that about the interconnected romance series. Like, I don't know when Monica and I are going to do this, and anyone else can join us, but we plan to read the Ruinous trilogy, so Butcher and Blackbird, that trilogy. There is an order that I found where you can read it in chronological order, where you go between all of the different 3 books. And it's kind of like you're tandem reading all 3 books at once. And that will be, I think, so interesting to read all together.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I liked about Butcher and Blackbird, like the sequels, because the first book is just super fun. But book 2 and 3 are very different. They're still fun, but it's not the same fun as Butcher and Blackbird is. But it was really great to like be like, oh, Lachlan knows this person, or like, oh, these 2 are, it was kind of fun to see everyone connected.
Yeah. My sister is reading that trilogy right now. She's reading the second one, and I haven't read it at all, so I should probably read them on their own before jumping into.
Yes, I agree.
It's definitely a high priority, though, because I've heard a lot of good things.
Mm-hmm. They're fun. They're really a lot of fun. Oh yes, I need to try the air fryer asparagus recipe that Sherry shared. Your second master's while teaching full-time. Wow.
Yeah, James.
Oh yeah. I feel like when I first joined at one of the Discords, you were in school doing homework. I think I remember that. Wow. Go you, Jane.
She's killing it.
She is killing it.
Thank you.
We all need to be proud of each other for our victories. All your classes will be 7 weeks, but 1 in the fall. Okay. That will be nice and like taking your time. Yeah, it's your daughter's Switch. My Switch just stays in its docking station when I'm not using it because I don't have money to buy a new one. So yeah,
mine's over there by the TV.
Yeah, Clementine, you have been in a slump for a while. Yeah. And I think, Tamara, you'll get it again because you also, like, Clementine, you had a lot going on. You moved countries this year. So that's a lot. Tamara's had a lot. So I think we do. I think the last few months with the readathons, we just haven't felt like competing against each other, because I felt like I have so much to read that I haven't been reading overwhelmed, and she's had a lot going on. So maybe we should compete again, Tamara. When do you want to do that?
Yeah, and like the last two readathons don't really work for competing the way that Realm did.
No, I think August would be kind of fun because we both are going to be reading our recommendations from the Google forms that y'all put in, and she's going to plan on doing it in August, and so we can see like who can read the most of the recommendations. We could do that. What do you think, Tamara? Tell me. This weekend you're challenging yourself to read as much as you can and accomplishing some goals. Nice. Reading from physical TBR. I need to do that.
That's a good way to do it.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good way to do it. Again, Goldfish Brain joins
Ruinous Love.
Oh, yes, definitely. Oh, yeah. I think Monica and I Monica will probably do it in the Discord, in her Discord, which is free to everybody. So I don't know if you're part of Monica's Discord, but she has it in the description of all of her videos, I'm pretty sure. So you should join it. We watch Lost. It's fun. We also read Stephen King sometimes. McKee is staring at me. I had the audiobook for a month and I didn't even think about starting it. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, those books are chunky and scary, and
right? Like this one I'm actually kind of excited for because I heard it's going to be very good, but it sounds like me. But like, yeah, look at that.
That's a weapon.
It's a library copy. That's why it looks really dirty. But that's
a weapon.
And there was no way I was going to read this during Amazing because of how short the are. But yeah, 677 pages, which actually the font is kind of big, to be honest. So, but yes, join Monica's Discord. We have fun. It's kind of a more quiet Discord, so if you're worried about having too many Discords, it's not like one that has a ton of chatting all the time.
Yeah.
Only sporadically when we get into the 911 book emergency.
Yeah, then everyone's like boom, 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 boom.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised mine doesn't fuse the fucking station. But Sherry, what games do you have? We should play games sometime. Whenever we have a time.
Yeah.
I say this with wanting to write books too. Like I do all this reading and then I have all these things to do. It's like I also want to write. And it's like I am not realistic with my goals sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like I'll set like all these big goals and I'm like, oh wait, when?
Kids being out of school make a big difference, and Kellen visiting and family. Yeah, you had a lot of health stuff going on. I think you need to have a vacation from your house.
Yeah.
But I also know it's hard with kids. You've been taking classes off and on. Okay. Renew your certificate. Gotcha. First in special ed, then library science. Nice. But K-12. Yeah. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one to work with.
Mm-hmm. Yay, Clementine. Tamara, you don't even know how many big books people gave me.
I don't even remember what I gave people.
Here, shall we go through sometime? Like, I shall tell you. Okay. I have 30 responses, by the way. 30. Let's see what the summary says. Okay. So we have the one I really don't want to read, but I will read it. Morning Glory Milk. I don't know. I might surprisingly love it, but I'd be like, yeah.
You're scared of it.
House of Rowan, which is a middle grade book. Strange the Dreamer, This Vicious Grace, Asunder, the next Carl DCC book, which is Carl's Doomsday Scenario, Pits and Poison, Road of Bones, Escaping the Red Zone, which is another one I don't know how I'm going to feel. Below is Short, at least, by Laurel Hightower. Darker Shade of Magic, The Fault in Our Stars. That's what I think you gave me, Court.
Probably.
Tamara, you gave me Nine of Swords, and that's like a beast, okay? Like, it's not in my room, is it? No, it's not. Great Alone, House Witch 2, Song of Ice and Fire, Book 2, like...
Some chunks.
It's a chunk. The Seep, The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, which I am happy to read this, but that's also a chunk of a romance. The last song from Blood and Ashburn for me, Beartown, Don't Listen to the Force In, The Raven Scholar, which I actually need to remove I'll be reading it in July, but I'll remove it for then. The Blighted Stars, Magnolia Parks, which is staring at me from the library. Oh, and someone wrote the Bladed Stars twice, so 2 different people did it. Bull Moon Rising and Better Than the Movie. So, like, I have some chunky ones too. So, I don't know. We could see.
You could do it page-based instead of number and book-based.
Ooh, we could. Whoever reaches, like, I don't know. We have to see what our average pages are, excluding March, because we don't want to include March.
Yeah.
Whoever reads the highest amount of pages. You slumped for 2 months and recently started to read a decent amount. It just felt forced. It was a lot of 3.5 stars. Yeah. But I just recently... Yay! Woohoo!
That's awesome. I love when that happens.
Yes. Oh, it was so great last month having all those 5 stars in a row, and they were all like regular books and not just graphic novels. Because like this manga, like if I'm in volume like 5 of a manga, it's gonna probably be a 5-star read. It's like I'm having a good time, because if I don't love a manga within the first few volumes,
you're not gonna keep going.
I'm not gonna keep reading it. But like this whole, that will be all 5 stars. But it doesn't feel the best as like a 5-star brand new book.
Yeah.
So yay. Yep. Cool. Maria, thank you. Yep. You are in Monica's. Okay. I am very behind on Stephen King as well. Yeah, that makes sense. Court's trying to catch up. My bread is not staring at me. My cart is bread free, okay?
For now.
Books. Okay. So the bread was only on there because I had gotten back from dog sitting and I still hadn't put in the bread in the fridge. But now the bread is at the work fridge so that I actually have toast in case I forget to eat breakfast. So like that was there to remind me to bring to work, and I just didn't do that.
Just lived on your TBR cart.
It just lived on my TBR cart, which I see all the time.
It's true.
Oh. That's funny. Didn't really join the challenge. I just missed it since. Okay. The bread. Okay. Fine. I'll tell a little bit more of the bread lore. So on Lexi's Discord, we have the live reading sprints chat, and I was called out again for the books in my car, which I was going to remove yesterday, but I was like so tired and I didn't want to. So that's going to be a today thing, maybe.
At some point.
But, so I was just showing them my TBR cart and my little bookshelf that's by my desk. And then I noticed that I had a thing of sourdough bread on my cart. And I said, sorry, forgive the bread there. And then everyone's like, why do you have bread on your TBR cart? So, yeah. It was in a bag. It wasn't like free roaming bread. I would be so mad at myself that I did that.
Like the phrase free roaming bread.
Free roaming bread. That sounds like a horror movie.
Probably.
Spyro and Uno. Okay. I do not have either of those games. You should get Animal Crossing. Oh, Spyro is so cute.
He just lives on my desk.
Mm-hmm. You should get Animal Crossing, Sherry. Or see if your library system has it for you to borrow. And then we can visit each other's islands. Oh, yes. Explaining. Yes, we're going to read it end of... yeah. Aren't we starting it at the end of July because of its Pedro Pascal read-athon?
forgot that's a thing.
Yes, it was announced on Father's Day because Pedro Pascal is everyone's daddy.
Yes.
But yes, we are going to read that in July. Okay. You'll probably get it over July. Oh, the
slump. Just toast, heart eye emoji.
Toast is so good.
Okay, but what's your go-to toast topping?
Well, it depends on the bread, but most of the time it's just butter. I'm a just butter girl, but I do love, like, if I'm going to be fancy. Okay, so if I'm going to be fancy, this is what I put on it. I will put avocado or guacamole because I never eat an avocado fast enough for it to stay fresh.
Right.
So guacamole, pico de gallo, everything bagel seasoning, and if I feel like making an egg and eating one, I'll do a nice egg on top.
Okay.
And some hot sauce.
See, my answer was just peanut butter. So
like, that's if I'm being fancy. I'm usually not fancy.
Yeah. I've never done a fancy toast because I'm lazy. If I'm having toast, it's either peanut butter or butter with cinnamon sugar.
See, I also like, the thing is, I buy the pico de gallo from Aldi's, so it's already pre-made. So that makes it really easy. It's like, I just grab stuff, put it on, and then I did no extra work. But yeah, mostly I'm just butter and toast.
Yeah. It's a classic for a reason.
It is. That was answer to Clementine. Bread and books sound like yep, right? Well, are you in Lexi's Discord, Maria? Because if you're not, that's my name right now there. We're getting some small books. Free roaming bread. We should draw a picture. Oh, you have Animal Crossing. Cherry, come visit my island. It has I have a creepy well area with dolls and mannequins.
She does. I've seen it.
Yes, Pedro Pascal. Butter. Yes. Also, I forgot to say, cinnamon sugar toast is really great.
Yeah, it just adds enough of something different.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Tamara discovered cottage cheese toast.
Nope.
I don't know how I feel about cottage cheese. I never really liked it. But yes. Butter. Okay, so now we have learned Maria loves bread, tea, and books.
Yes.
Yours is boring because you got bored with it. Fair. I sometimes use it for like an audiobook game.
That would be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
No thoughts had
anything. And potatoes. Our microwave is
my potato stickers.
They're so good. Cute. They're so good. Cute.
They are good too.
I love the little glasses.
So the story behind these is my classroom does a cooking group every Friday. Mm-hmm. And in March we made potato candy, which is like a bunch of sweet stuff that looks like mashed potatoes when it's finished. Mm-hmm. And when we like have leftovers, I'm not taking it all home. So I basically go around and offer it to people I like. So I was just going up to people and I was unhinged at that point. I'm just like, potato. And so I gave it to the BT and then she came and found me. She's like, I had these and I didn't know what to do with them. So I now have 2 potato stickers that just live on my desk.
Nice. So love it. Our microwave is broken, so I haven't had too many potatoes. I'm very tempted to go buy a microwave today. But I've been holding out that someone else buys it. Yeah. But I think I'm going to break down because I miss my potatoes because they're just so easy to make. Mm-hmm. And I have little potatoes right now that I had before our microwave broke. And those take like 2 minutes to warm up in the microwave. And then you just have potatoes.
Yeah.
With butter and Mrs. Dash seasoning. Tamara knows exactly what that combo is because we used to make fake commercials for Mrs. Dash using that combo.
If
I
it
don't
works,
remember.
it works.
Right? We would just eat so many potatoes and butter with Mrs. Dash because we were making these commercials. We didn't even record them. We were just pretending that we were recording them too. That's the even funnier part about it.
Honestly, that's like classic childhood moment though. So.
Right? Glad we know so much more about Maria. Scrambled eggs with cottage cheese. Interesting. I don't think I could have eggs and cottage cheese the same because I think it's a texture thing for me because I only can eat eggs occasionally. Like if I buy eggs, they last forever in my fridge.
Yeah.
Love. You get toast, garlic cottage cheese. Do you buy it pre-garlicked or do you garlic it yourself? Cherry, tomato, spinach, and some other green leaf. Ooh, actually, that does sound good. We just got some arugula from the garden. Okay, what is Sherry's 3 foods?
Bacon,
potatoes, and Mountain Dew, which that is a food.
I was like, we're counting Mountain Dew as a food.
Yeah. Potatoes would be fries, actually, more than just potatoes.
Donuts.
Oh, donuts. Yes, if we're going to actually count it as not Mountain Dew, not as a food. So I do love pasta too. Pasta is very good.
So I got so excited. I was at Walmart the other day and I was getting groceries and like I don't have a big pot that holds normal spaghetti and I hate breaking it. I found half-length spaghetti. Like already tiny noodles.
That's awesome.
And it was just my like highlight of my shopping and I still need to boil it. But like yeah. So apparently half-length spaghetti is a thing.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I get rigatoni.
Okay.
I do love a nice noodle like that. But that's good to know for spaghetti.
Yeah. Yeah, I get the bow ties too.
Bow ties are so much fun, especially for a good summer salad, like pasta salad.
Mm-hmm.
She blended up the cottage cheese. Oh, that maybe won't be too bad then if you had cottage cheese and egg together.
Yeah.
Garlic on the bread. Garlic bread is everything.
Agreed.
And she would count Mountain Dew's food because due to sugar content.
It's so high sugar.
Yeah.
My staff bought me lunch on Thursday and he was like, I didn't know what you wanted to drink. And he got me this like some juice thing. And I looked at it and I'm like, I appreciate you, but this would cost me like 8 units of insulin just to drink this. So I'm not going to, but I really appreciate. But
yeah,
I am a diet soda girl just because I can't use insulin's too expensive to use on drinks.
Speaking of drinks, I highly recommend this if you want something that's like is like a sparkling drink, but I don't know. But I have these San Pellegrino Zeros.
Ooh.
They make them in zero now because otherwise they just have too much sugar in them.
Yeah,
but they're really good.
Are those sparkling?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Sparkling with Italian fruit juice.
Very nice.
So, yeah. They're nice. I like them.
Clementine, I'm not a jar girl. I cook the whole box at once. So, because I'm too lazy to store it. So I cook the pasta in bulk and then I split it into portions.
Good meal prep idea. Do you freeze your pasta?
I usually eat it in a week.
Okay.
I have like black to-go containers that I bought in bulk that I've currently been using as plates because I haven't done dishes. But I'll just put a bunch of servings in there and that's my dinner for a week at least.
Yeah. We have some of those and I used it once for a bowl of cereal because we didn't have any clean bowls or they were in the dishwasher going and I was like, well.
Well, so when I moved into this apartment last year, I only bought I'm like, oh, I'm just going to buy enough dishes that I have to wash them when I use them. And then that never happened. So now I just have dishes that I need to do, but it's been too hot to exist. So I'm like, I'm not going to go stand at a sink of hot water. Like, no.
Yeah, I am so glad I'm in the basement. Because I'm, like, as you can tell, I'm wearing this little, like, hoodie. And it's a really thin hoodie. But, by the way, Mav, dinosaur. It's a T-Rex. Every time he sees me wear this, he's like, oh, dinosaur. Hi, Mavi. But yeah, I don't know what I would do if I had to actually live in the heat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've had to do it before, but like, man.
My actual pot is too small. They poke out, so that it is like an actual cookware situation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, then I just have the little ones that I can just dump in. And but also with heat, that's why I have my air conditioner. It's off now because she's very, very loud. But when we go into sprints, I go turn it back on.
You're so brave. I'd be like, I'm sorry, it's gonna just be loud. I can't.
Yeah. Well, it's like we don't talk long enough. Like it runs, and I'm in a studio, so like I don't need to cool a whole house. I just need to cool like this tiny area where I sit, and then I'm fine.
Gotcha.
So the pot is so small that like half the noodle is out of the water. And I don't have patience. I don't cook often, so when I do, I want it done quick. Like there was a time on Lexi sprints that I was making sausage, and I had the heat so high that the outside was cooked, the inside wasn't. Because I wanted it done quickly, and then it just took longer. So I'm very much if I'm cooking actual food, I need it to be done quick and almost instantly. My laziness is a problem, and I know it. I'm trying to get better, but at least I'm cooking something and not just ordering food, which has been my downfall for most of my life.
It's so easy to just order food.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, there's this one series I've been watching of shorts called Chef versus Drive-Thru. Now, granted, she is a chef, and so she is a professional chef, and she has practice. So she's faster than, she probably is more experienced and skilled than going through the drive-thru. But some of the stuff that they make, it like makes sense of like she did like a grilled cheese and a London fog, and they went to Starbucks to see how long it would get theirs. And actually he had to go to a different Starbucks because they didn't have grilled cheese. He's like, this is taking longer. So, but like, it's really neat to see though, occasionally how it's like, oh, that makes sense. That could get very, even if it would take a non-expert to make longer, it's just better in the long run for.
Yeah. And like some stuff you can technically make it really quick. Like,
yeah. And they're always making like, yeah. And like she has some like easy cheats. Like she gets par baked French bread or baguettes that she just warms up and like basically cooks the rest of it in the oven. So you feel like you have fresh bread, but you didn't have to make bread, which is really nice. So I forget the channel name, but if you just type in Chef versus Drive-Thru, they're fun.
Yeah. And like with this, there are some things that I will wait out, but most of the time, if I need to like babysit it, I'm done. Like I don't have the energy to sit and like wait for it to be ready.
Mm-hmm. I like basically one pot things. Like, so that's what my favorite is, because it's like, I don't want to do too many dishes and I just want to like throw everything in and have it be delicious. Yeah. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
In fall and winter, my go-to is a crock pot, but it's too hot to leave that running.
Mm-hmm. So, and yes, that is true. Very proud for cooking for yourself.
Trying.
Yesterday, I did no cooking for myself.
Yeah, yesterday Thursday night I ordered a pizza to hold me until I got groceries. Because I'm like, I can order that and it's going to be like 4 meals. So,
Nice.
but we need to sprint because my blood sugar is dropping and I need to get food.
Yes, let me just I'm going to present and we're going to do another spin for me.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, I was like, I'm getting a little hungry too, even though I just had cereal. I'm crossing my fingers it's again not just manga.
Yeah, this is where we're at right now. So I'm getting the notifications of
Oh, perfect.
Perfect.
All right. We'll just jump right in. Shush. Okay. I'm going to present. See you all in another hour.
All right. Hello.
How did your sprint go?
That was a dissociation sprint. Full. I ate, and then I was sitting here staring into the void, and then the timer went off.
Oh.
So.
I didn't get as much reading done as I wanted to either. That's because I was talking to people.
Yeah.
So after we do sprints, I'm gonna go buy a microwave.
We came to.
Yeah, all of us who live in the house, which is my parents and some other people, and some siblings, we're all chipping in to buy it. So I was collecting money. I mean, we're all going to use it, so.
Right. You might as well just have it.
Right. And I really am excited to make potatoes for tonight.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you. And then Tamara came over to pick up her daughter, who was over playing or just chilling. And so then we talked. She actually jump scared me. And she was like, "Is your camera off?" And I was like, "Ah."
Did you give her her books?
Yes, I gave her her books.
Good.
And I am 28 pages into my book, which is 14%, which is, I mean, it's a short book.
Yeah.
It's only like, it's like 300 and some pages. Is Maria still here? Because Maria, I think you already would love this book. I was giggling the prince and the princess just met for their arranged marriage, and I was giggling at their little banter already. I'm like, then I look at the ratings, I'm like, did people just not like it because it's fairy tale-esque? So, probably. I know people are tired of it, but like, then just don't read it if you're going to be tired of it.
Right. You aren't required to read every single book. Right.
Exactly. And I think it's pretty obvious from the cover. Like, this is a fairy tale like book.
100%.
If it was like Quicksilver cover, then I'd be disappointed.
Yeah. But like, that's very much a cover that tells you what you're getting. Like,
exactly. All right. Oh, I had quesadillas and some apples for lunch. What did you have?
I just ate a bunch of snacks. I had Swiss rolls, an orange, and then my phone yelled that my blood sugar was 69, and then I ate rice cakes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to say nice.
That's my brand, so.
It's required to say nice when 69 is mentioned.
But yeah, and then my blood sugar started shooting up, and I was like, oh no, I did too much. So. It's a science that I haven't figured out in 20-something years, so.
My dad has had diabetes for a long time, and I feel like he's been really good with it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I mean, he has, actually, I don't know which one you have, and you don't have to share, but he has the adult, as they used to call it, the adult diabetes.
I have, that's type 2. I have type 1.
Thank you.
Which is, it's also insulin dependent versus insulin resistant.
Yes.
So like my body just does not make insulin at all. Mm-hmm. So my pancreas is on the outside of my body, basically.
Fun.
Yeah. I mean, I've had it 23 years now, so it's not like it is what it is, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I always just forget which number is which for which one. So I'm like, so thank you.
Yeah.
Enchiladas are in the oven. Perfect. 24%. Jane, 57% into Close Your Eyes and Count to 10. Started working on communication log for next school year. Awesome.
Yeah, we're lazy in my room, and I just have a notebook. I'm like, here you go.
Nice. 64 pages into Inheritance, and that was your last print. Nope, that's fine. Good night, Clementine. Yes. You wanted to scare me. Well, you know, I'm easily scared. Like, I like dark things and I like creepy things, but I am easily scared by things that make me jump.
Yeah.
Not sure how you're feeling about Rose and Change. Gonna switch to something else. Curious what you're not feeling. Like, what is your thoughts currently? Because I feel like this is gonna be a lot of people's problems, and it's kind of sad because I think the idea of the story is really good, and I think, yeah, what are you feeling about it? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm also curious because one of some group that I'm in is supposed to read this next month, and I've been debating skipping out. So
is that Katie's?
maybe it might be Katie's. I don't know. I made a good
Okay.
list of all the read-alongs and all the servers.
Hmm.
So
I should do that. I should make a shelf for each month in Goodreads of like, these are the books I have to read for book clubs, because I have it as a tab on my spreadsheet, but I always forget that it exists.
yeah, I did it the other day because I was like, what all? Because I've joined so many servers and I want to participate, but I always forget about them. So I have 9 books on the July read along list. I'm like, something's got to get dropped. So
Yeah. I'm glad that was yummy. She also took one of my drinks. I was gonna say stole, but I'm like, she asked and I gave. I hope you like it, Clementine. I'm glad that you borrowed it on KU. But yes, I really like it so far. Again, I'm only like very early on. But the writing is good. There's nothing offensive about the writing and at all.
yeah, I definitely want to read that at some point soon.
Mm-hmm. I'm lazy because I just circle a picture and write a note if needed.
I have just been too lazy to actually make something. So we literally write notes and it's like, dude had a good day. Dude had therapy and gym and playground. Dude ate this. Can you send this? Thanks, Courtney.
Nice.
Literally.
Tamara, how do you do your communications with parents? I forget. I know that she has like, at least for some rooms, there's like a slip of paper where it's like had a bowel movement because she works in a daycare.
Yeah.
And such. So
yeah, we track that for some of our kids. Or like, so my building has kids like mine where they're ambulatory. It's just autism and behaviors. But we also have kids who are medically fragile in chairs, like completely dependent on adults. So they track a little bit more than we do. But my parents will also reach out if they need anything because we have an app.
Oh, nice.
But yeah.
Love that. Doesn't even do that. Wow, that's a lot of students.
Uh-huh.
Well, not like that's a good amount of students for a good amount of time.
That's
And you're in special
preschool,
needs as
though.
well. What?
That's preschool too.
Oh, that's preschool.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I used to nanny for a long time, and that was a lot because the family had a lot of kids. I'm trying to think of how many kids they had at the time. But they were also all different ages.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Teachers just deserve praise.
Yeah,
Especially special ed teachers.
Yeah, my youngest student is 9, I think.
Okay.
And my oldest is 12. And I have 7 boys.
Parents reach out as well. Okay. You use Dojo. I just remember one time when you gave me a bag of books that needed to be returned to the library. It had a day of Mavericks, everything. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. I sometimes get treasures in the bags that she gives me to return to the library. Since I work at the library, it's like, oh, right. Makes sense. And sometimes there's been toys. There's been her bookmarks. There's been random pieces of paper. Haven't found food in the bags yet, so that's good. Or silverware. Oh my goodness.
Not silverware.
Maverick is very good about cleaning up after he eats. Like, he'll take his plate, he'll put it in he'll throw away his garbage and stuff, but sometimes when he tries to clean his plate, he puts the spoon in the garbage as well, or puts it somewhere else.
My nephew does that sometimes, or used to. He doesn't really anymore, but
yeah. 12 in the morning, 12 in the afternoon is your max. Okay. Switching to 8 and 4. I don't know what. Oh, general ed.
Yeah, general.
I was like, I don't know.
So like more neurotypical.
Yeah, I read that in Pokemon terms. I was thinking 4th gen edition. I was like, that's not it. Don't know why she would be talking to her kids like Pokemon.
I mean,
maybe.
Gotta catch them all.
But you have to release them in the wild after the school year's done. So
yeah,
you never read the slips. Not a bad parent. Totally understandable.
I have plenty of parents who don't read. They'll write in, like, they'll like reach out to me about something, and I'm like, wow, it's almost like I answered that exact question in the note that I wrote you yesterday. But it's not bad parenting. It's busy.
No, busy. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe the timeline jumping isn't working for me. I also haven't read the fanfic. Yes. So, the timeline jumping wasn't working for me either. I got to like 30-40% of the book before I DNF'd it. I felt like this book felt like a sequel series or a continuation of a previous trilogy. Which makes sense because it is fanfic based on Harry Potter, where in the Harry Potter fanfic, it's Harry Potter gets killed. The Dark Lord doesn't win. Voldemort doesn't win. Harry is killed. Everybody's killed. Hermione then gets sold into the House of Malfoy, and it's a Hermione fanfic. So Draco and Hermione are the end goal. So I think I was thinking about this the other day, and it's really hard, I think, to transfer fanfic into regular fiction.
Yes.
Because a lot of fanfic writers write with the assumption that you've read the original source material or that you love it. And when you're writing regular fiction, especially in fantasy, you need to do a lot of world building.
Right.
And I think this would have been better if she wrote a trilogy first, us exploring the world, because it's very interesting. And I think the characters are very well done. There's like a lot of good things about it, but I just kept feeling this disconnect to it. And again, then it reminded me of this other book that I read that did the idea of it better. Then I was like, oh, then I can't now not think about this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it does. Because I don't know what the is out. Computer. Like, please don't.
I don't know if it's my end or yours, but you're cutting out like crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not just me. Tamara said it too. And good night, Clementine. Okay, so Nat was the problem. Yeah. Confirmation that it was Nat. Clementine went to bed. I can't click comments, so we're living here with this comment from Ashley. Tried to figure out which server is doing Rose and Chains. Genuinely don't know. Hello, new Nat. Apparently, you know.
Hi.
There you are.
Okay, so there is like okay. What was the last thing you heard? Good night, Clementine. I am a robot, Natbot. Did you hear everything I was saying about Rose and Chains, people?
No.
Okay. Dang it! I
We
said
heard,
so
like-
many good things.
We heard like the basic. So I got the basic premise, and then you
Okay.
said it reminded you of another book that did it better, and that
Yes.
there should have been a prequel trilogy exploring
Yes.
the world. And then
Yes. Okay.
we lost you.
My brother-in-law is fixing some walls because there was like a huge rusting situation with electrical. So he's probably messing with stuff unintentionally.
Yeah.
Because I had a hiccup in Wi-Fi. So we're good now though. You're here. But yes, I was gonna say still give it a chance because hold on, will this work? I don't know. Because people might still like it. You might still like it. I don't know. But if you're also not feeling it, then don't read on.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out where I pulled it from. Because I'm not seeing it anywhere.
Spider just fell off my wall. Great. I'll have to go attack it.
That. Oh, it's Katie and Rainey's book club for July.
Oh, yes.
That's what it is. I might try it. I play my TBR game either tonight or tomorrow, and as we've seen, that could go either really well or really, oh God.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I mean, there are some, sometimes you don't know about early reviewers, but like a lot of people love the book. It has a high rating.
Yeah.
It also could be people who love the original fanfic and they're just, you know, it's raining spiders and cobwebs. I did clear off some cobwebs that were in my window.
Just making me look up and see if I have anything. But we're good right now.
So I think I do want to try the audiobook. Ashley, do you have the audiobook? Or are you just reading it with your eyes? So, but yeah.
Yeah, I might give it a try and just see how. I'll see what else ends up on my TBR because I have a lot of things that I would like to read. I want to finally read Silver Elite. That's like my big goal for July.
Gotcha.
And I have a week in July where I'm out of town, so I won't be doing much reading then, but
gotcha.
I'll be way too tired. I'm working a summer camp for a week in the middle of extended school year, which is
fun.
Yeah. So I'm getting yelled at in the.
Yeah, you are.
I have not. Not because I haven't wanted to, but because I am such a I need to finish my TBR kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was gonna read it in May when I got it, and then my book box got stolen, and then I had to wait for them to replace it, and then there was a printing delay. And at that point, I was like, I just need to finish the things on my TBR, which I still didn't finish. And then in June, I was more focused on the predetermined books I had picked for Amazing. But actually, Silver Elite is on my wheel of physicals right here to read in July. It was the first one I wrote down. So it's going to happen in July, probably early this week. Well, this upcoming week.
Well, at least you're not alone.
I know. Jane and I are just in the same boat here.
Yeah.
But.
Okay, you have the audiobook. Okay. That's interesting. And that makes me nervous to try it again. I almost requested a copy of the audiobook on NetGalley, but I already wrote it down as a DNF. So I was like, I can't do that.
Yeah. I
can't steal someone else's opportunity to get this audiobook.
Right.
So maybe they'll have it in LibreFM ALCs. I'm not sure.
Did those drop for you yet?
No, it probably won't drop till next week. But if it does drop, it still says June. But if it does drop, maybe I'll go live for it. I don't know.
Yeah. I
So.
keep like checking book of the month in Aardvark, and I'm like, wait, they're definitely not doing it today. Maybe Monday
Yeah.
if they do it early.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll
But
see. I'm very curious what's going to be on the ALC.
for Libro.
Yeah. And like librarians is different than the influencers one, so
Yeah, I feel like librarians get like way more from what I've been hearing you guys talk about.
we get 5 pages sometimes worth of things, and I'm like, there's a lot of stuff that I'm like not interested at all.
Yeah.
And I don't think we have a limit either, because like Bree and Mel talked about influencers having a limit, and I'm like, oh, I definitely got more than that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
No. I doubt this will be on the ALC, but I'm kind of hoping Tusk Love is on there.
Yeah.
But I doubt it will. Critical Role is popular enough that they don't need that, you know.
Right.
But maybe.
Fingers crossed.
Yes. It's Teddy Hamilton's reading it. Like, he's one of the voices.
It's fine. I know like 2
Great.
things about audiobooks. One is that they barely work for me. The other is that if they do, it's Teddy Hamilton.
Yes. Teddy. He's got a good voice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think we're going to end it off here just because Deb is going to go live in 30. I'm going to put the link here if it works. Hamilton is a great musical.
That too, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to rewatch it.
Yes. Oh. Especially since the 10-year just happened.
Mm-hmm.
You will be ordering food. Good. I'm going to go buy a microwave.
I'm going to go do homework and hop onto Deb's sprints and support her.
Perfect. Maybe I'll go buy microwave after she starts sprints.
Yeah.
So anyways, thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Courtney and I plan to do this every month on the Saturdays, correct?
Yes. Last Saturday of the month.
So we'll just do it on your channel.
Yeah.
Next month.
Yes.
So Court's information is down below. Follow her, subscribe to her.
I have a video coming out Monday.
Yay.
If I can film it, which I should. But.
So, excellent. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye. And stream.